We're privileged this morning to have Ricky Lichtleitner coming from the Central Land Council to talk about the Yeperenye Walking Trail, our project on country. So, welcome, Ricky.
Order. I didn't say that anything all about it. Under your no project, no, I said, good morning, my name's Sunny Oliver. I'm from Alice Spring, from Central Australia, and I'm a Central Aranda man beside Ricky.
And this is a family project called Yeperenye Trail. We worked on in Central Australia, Alice Springs.
This caterpillar is our treatment. That's why we call it Yeperenye. This Emily cap is our sacred site. We keep it strong. It's our home.
Inherent the land.
Inherent the country. Belong to us. And this Jessie cap, same. It's our country, our culture, our everything. It's our bush tuggers come from there. We look after it, they look after us.
We worked between these two caps, building the trail in the East McDonald Ranges.
This is my turn to do this one. I work at the Central Land Council with Henry and Ricky. And at the CLC there's a unit called the Community Development Unit. It's different to the Land Management Unit, and it works with traditional owners and residents of communities who have income from their land rights or native title. So the photo here, these photos are of the working group. Or maybe you introduce them first. Okay, I'll keep going. They're families of these guys, and some of them tried to come today, but they couldn't make it last minute, unfortunately. But they're really happy and proud for us to be talking about the project. So they're the working group that are representative of the bigger traditional owner group, and that's them at one of their working group meetings planning and making the decisions about this project.
The green dots are the seeding area and the lookout area in the East McDonald Ranges between Emily Cap and Jessie Cap, and it's right in the center of Australia, Alice Springs. And the trail is built 7.2 kilometers.
So this one of the workers showing one of them our visitors about the trail, how long it is and how long we've been working, and the photo with the school kids coming for the day, probably our future generation working on the trail or probably other projects. And this Ricky there with green work shirt, with two older blokes waiting for the workers on the trail, waiting for our tricky track workers in the morning. That's about 7 in the morning.
Really important part of the project was what Henry just referred to, the two older blokes there. Every day there was older people there. We called them project cultural supervisors. They were paid as well. And every day they were there just making sure everything was done the right way. And one of them, Clem, he said this. He said about the project, "It's given us employment and is a healthy activity. We like the sound of the birds of a morning and seeing the animals and the country on the trail. We see some bush tucker on the way like bush banana after rain. It's lovely being out on country. It's good to be out on country working together. We had fun making jokes all the way. There were different groups each week, so it gave other people a chance."
That's a presentation we had after we finished the trial. We had a big presentation at Emily Cap. That's all the TOs, all the workers. That's myself there, Ricky, and with our family. We had a big presentation with all our families on Emily Cap.
I'll say a little bit about this on behalf of the working group members that couldn't be here, because before the project started, it started last year in 2021, but we were talking about it since 2016. It took a really long time, a lot of meetings, a lot of checking and planning, and that was a lot of hard work by all the families. You can see on the left there is a report that was made. That was the start. After the idea, that was then the start. We found a local company called Tricky Tracks who worked with us really well. We really liked working with them, and they made the project possible. They helped work out which way the track would go and did a lot of that planning that was required by Parks and Wildlife. Then we did our own kind of checks on the Land Council and TO side. That's the picture on the right there. That's after the plan was made. That's senior TOs going out and checking it as well. This was done lots of times and lots of talking. So yeah, a lot of work went into the pre-stage to make sure everyone was happy. And this is another one for me. The working group then sat down again and decided to fund the project. The project was $350,000 of their own income, rent money from the park lease. It's the biggest investment in public infrastructure on park in the Northern Territory by a traditional owner group. So really significant decision that was made there. And also decisions that were made about the project before it started was the employment model, talking about the only way that this project could go ahead would be if traditional owners were the workers and that cultural supervisors were there every day that they could be there. And so the Tricky Tracks was important in that because they said, okay, we'll train you one-on-one, and that's the way we'll do the project. Paul?
Every month, every 2 weeks, we get together, see the board, who's working. We go through Land Council and Tricky Track, and that's our roster. And every worker's got a big couple of days, 2 days, which days they want to work. They sign their names on. And day off, we have story business or cultural business. We don't work like every 2 days or two weeks. That's the thing. Yeah, good. Yeah.
This is the trail between Emily Cap and Jessie Cap. So one on your right, this is how we started. Bushes. The next one is the middle. Then we had a couple of days hard labor with small tools, just grubber and shovel. It was really hard. No machine.
It take one full day to get that big
Oh,
rock
probably
out.
2 days. Yeah.
I take 3 or 4 blokes. This. And that's every end of the month we get to a meeting with our elders and all the workers and the rangers and tricky trucks to find out if we're going all right with the truck. And we talk all day, checking from start, ticking if we're wrong or right. And with the other workers, they're missing or coming or probably asleep. Yeah, put it there at the ground, 3 billion up. This. What the difference with it?
No, no, conscience.
This that's the first one. That's using crowbar, pick, clean the tracks before we rake it. And in the middle, that's how it ends up. There's a 3 plug trying to pull that big rock out. They probably took 2 days to pull that out. And this is how the trucks end up all the way. They change colors. From Emily to Jessie, in the middle, all the colors change all the way. There's plenty of bush tucker there and plenty of bush medicine. One of them blokes from Tricky Track got sick. We showed him bush medicine 2 days after he come back and work. That's the end. And this out, this little seat we made just to look at, probably took 3 days to do that. And there's a bush coconut tree in the middle, just the end of the trail to Jessie Gap. And this rock is our special rock. We got to look after it. And we built that wall, probably took 4 days, 5 days. So that rock special for us is the end of the Jessie Gap. It's like our culture, it's same like Yeperenye. It's a dog dreaming for us. But we look after it, I hope you look after us.
These are the kids from Santa Teresa and Munguna, all younger generation TOs, and that's the Yeperenye caterpillar cake celebrating the opening of Emily Jessie Gap, and we're doing smoking ceremony. That's how we do it, so we don't have to disturb the ancestors. That's it.
That's more TOs from Santa Teresa, Mungana. They will proud for this tricky track. They want a photo with that cake. And another 2 standing with the smoke there. Really. Yeah, that's yours, Sergio.
That's my brother, one of the award. We won an award in 2021, Landcare award in Darwin, but we couldn't make it there because of COVID. That's why we had award last month at our home community in Mungana, and then we had a celebration there with the award, NT award, Landcare.
That's the map for the Emily to Jessie, and the sign, we're still working on it. When we go back, we're still working on the signs, bush tucker, and all the bush medicine. there's a langua, they'll bush banana. You cook it or just eat it straight. And that's
The working group have lots more ideas, than there's money. So, but the next ideas are to have traditional owner-guided walking tours for the trail, so that visitors and families and schools, people from other communities can come and walk with a traditional owner and experience the country. Because something we didn't mention is the trail is right next to a Mungana community, so people, could ride a bike there. It's really close, so it'd be really good to have jobs there and keep going there for work. Also, a cultural centre one day would be fantastic.
Thank you, Landcare.
Yeah, no,
Thank you, Landcare, for inviting us to come. Kalamora.